Next season starts tonight, and for the players and families gathered here, this is the beginning of a new journey. These young men have dreamed of this day since the moment they first picked up a basketball, and their hard work is about to pay off. The first pick in the 2016 NBA Draft belongs to the Philadelphia 76ers, who have 5 minutes to make their selection. With the first pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Brandon Ingram from Duke University.
Another multi-dimensional player. Brandon Ingram is the youngest college player in this draft. He is a full year younger than Ben Simmons. And he's a guy that's got great length with a 7'3" wingspan. He's got shooting ability, stretches it well out to three-point range. He made 80 threes this year, blocked over 40 shots. He's an isolation scorer. You can put him on the left side or the right side of the floor. More on the left, he can get to the rim, he can post up. He's got excellent shooting range and a terrific feel for the game, and he got much better as the season went along. Got off to a slow start. Shot 43% from three after November. Missed a lot of shots early and then really started knocking shots down with great regularity. 83s is the second most by a Duke freshman since J.J. Redick hit 95 his freshman year. He is also a very good passer and a very good handler. Rebounds well, even though he is slight of build, he is stronger than he looks. And that 7'3" wingspan really helps him on the defensive end because he may not be quick enough to stay in front of point guards at that size, but the length really helps him. He blocks shots, he gets deflections, just a really good player that would be worthy of #1 if not for Simmons.
And that slight of build you talked about takes me away from Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant can play forward a small ball.
With the second pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Jaylen Brown from the University of California, Berkeley.
And Jaylen Brown is a big-time athlete. You know, he's 6'7", he's got a wingspan close to 7 feet. He plays really hard, he's an emotional player, he attacks the rim and can finish with either hand. Now he's got limited range on his shots. He shot 31% on jump shots, 29% from the three-point line. He had 67 assists, 105 turnovers. That was the worst rate in efficiency in Division I among players with 60 or more assists. So you put him in isolation, you put him in pick and roll, and he can attack downhill and get some things done. He's a physical specimen. He's got a great body. His body's NBA ready right now.
You said NBA ready body. How about this guy? When he first came into the league, averaged 25 and 5 for the Sacramento Kings. Tyreke Evans. That's who he reminds me of. The ability to do the 1-2 step, get towards the basket, continues to attack, playing downhill. Jump shot's going to be a work in progress. I really like this for the Boston Celtics.
So Jaylen Brown, who is without an agent to represent him in terms of negotiating with teams, going to do it himself with some advisors from Isaiah Thomas.
With the third pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Jamal Murray from the University of Washington.
NBA talent, you mentioned he's got potential for the future. Very, very talented, athletic, another long-armed guard that's 6'9.5" wingspan, very good in transition, can finish above the rim. I classify him as a scoring guard, not necessarily a passer, really good off the bounce. He turns it over 3 times a game. He's got a 20% turnover rate, which is high. He needs to be a better finisher. He's a 29% jump shooter. But he's got a good floater. He's a solid guard rebounder. 6 rebounds a game, as you mentioned. And he's actually got a better rebound rate than his teammate Marquise Chris, who's a lot bigger and a lot longer. He's got good hands on defense, can be unfocused at times, but he's really young. He lacks a consistent jump shot, and his shot selection needs to improve, but he's got a ton of talent. And another really good kid. Both he and Marquise Chris were not rated as high coming out of high school. But man, how many pros has Lorenzo Romar put out?
That's exactly where I was going.
It's remarkable how many pros he's had.
With the 4th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select Pascal Siacome from Douala, Cameroon, and New Mexico State University.
Pascal Siakam is another guy with an incredibly long wingspan, 7'3" wingspan. He's just about 6'10", grabs about 13 rebounds per 40 minutes. The overwhelming majority of his shots come right around the basket. So he's an energy big guy that's got good length, that runs the floor. He gets about 1.2 points per possession in transition. So he does a good job running the floor. I would call him a relentless rebounder. Just under 12 rebounds a game, and he plays a ton of minutes, so it's 13 per 40 minutes. Not a great athlete, a respectable face-up shot. I'm a little surprised he went in the first round. I pegged him as a second rounder, but he's got ability, and he's got an NBA skill. He can get you extra possessions because he can rebound.
Coach and president of basketball operations has made a choice.
With the 5th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Ben Simmons from Melbourne, Australia, and Louisiana State University.
Well, you have a 20-year-old, 6'10", 245-pound, essentially forward with point guard skills. He can put the ball on the deck, and he is an outstanding finisher near the rim with either hand. He's got a 40-inch vertical. He averaged 5 assists per game as a forward at LSU. He's a big-time passer that has full court vision. He can pass out of the post. He's also shown to be a big-time rebounder. When he gets a defensive rebound, he can rip and go and take it in the open floor and complete a play in transition as a point guard would. He is not a great shooter. Only took 3 three-pointers on the year, making 1, and did not shoot much from the perimeter at all.
With the 6th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Jamal Murray from Kitchener, Canada, and the University of Kentucky.
He is wired to score, just has a knack to make buckets, and he made 113 three-point field goals this season. That's second all-time by a freshman in NCAA history. Number 1, Steph Curry, who had 122 his freshman year. He is deadly in catch-and-shoot situations at his most efficient, 68% effective field goal percentage in catch-and-shoot, but he is very good coming off screens. He's got a really good stroke, just instinctive, wired to score. It's in his DNA. He's also got a great handle. He was a point guard in high school. I think he can play some point guard. Not a speed merchant, but just kind of understands how to play on the offensive end. But his handle with the ball, he's not a great passer. That's not something he was set up to do this last year at Kentucky. He was out there to score, and over his last 16 games, averaged 23 points per game. Maybe not a great individual defender, but a great offensive player.
I got you.
With the 7th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Domantas Sabonis from Kaunas, Lithuania, and Gonzaga University.
He is a tough guy. He is a lefty, 6'10", doesn't have long arms, but grabs 15 rebounds per 40 minutes. He can post up. He had 23 double-doubles on the year. That was 6th most behind and tied with Ben Simmons and Sean Long of Louisiana Lafayette. He may not be the longest or the most athletic, but he's got really good feet. He is very skilled, and he rebounds his tail off, and he is really, really tough. He loves to play. He does not shy away from contact. He has been really well coached, and he is a great teammate. And in the NCAA tournament, he dominated his individual matchup with Jakob Poeltl of Utah. He had 19 points, 10 rebounds, and held Poeltl to just 5 points and 4 rebounds.
With the 8th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Toronto Raptors select
Malcolm Brogdon from the University of Virginia.
Well, he's a leader, he's a defender, another guy with a crazy wingspan of 6'10". Comfortable coming off the screens and scoring. He's got a little bit of an unorthodox shot. It's flat, but he makes it. And Malcolm Brogdon plays at both ends of the floor. You know, he can handle the ball. He's an excellent cutter. He knows how to play without the ball, more importantly. But he'll do whatever it takes to win and whatever it takes to get on the floor. And you talk about a great kid. This guy, his character is off the charts. I don't want to say he's Gandhi or anything, but they call him Humble Moses. And just he's one of these Gandhi. Yeah, but he's one of these 20. I'm 52 years old. I ask a guy like Malcolm Brogdon for advice. That's the kind of kid, the kind of maturity he's got.
With the 10th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select the 11th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select With the 12th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select Caris LeVert from the University of Michigan.
First thing on my scouting report is lottery talent, but he's had 2 foot surgeries. That was the only thing that was pushing him into the second round for me. He's long-armed, he's got a 6'10" wingspan, he is athletic, he is very skilled. He's taken in the first round, but he's always been a first-round talent. 3-point range, an excellent spot-up shooter. Only shoots about 25% on pull-up jumpers, but he's very efficient. It's just the multiple injuries that gave you some concern. But Caris LeVert can get by people. He's crafty, and talk about another great kid. And we've got a number of really good guys. And man, what Jaylen, you should have worn that suit.
With the 13th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select Buddy Hield from Freeport, Bahamas, and the University of Oklahoma.
One of the hardest workers in this draft. He's got a great work ethic, and this is a kid who shot on a milk crate growing up in the Bahamas, and now look at him going to the NBA Draft number 6 in New Orleans. He is a big-time shooter. He's got a wingspan of 6'9.5", a 40-inch vertical that was measured by the Lakers. He is much more athletic than I think he gets credit for, but he's got a really quick release on his shot. His shot preparation and his footwork impeccable in getting shots. He really hunts shots, but that quick high release, he gets it off quickly and he gets it off against really good defenders. But he developed over his time at Oklahoma into a scorer's mentality. He had, 14, 15 games, over 30 points in a game this year. Shot 73% effective field goal percentage on catch and shoot. Very good in transition. He plays ahead of the defense and he prepares himself to shoot in transition, because those outside of off an offensive rebound, those are the best three-pointers to get.
With the 14th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Chicago Bulls select Jakob Poeltl from Vienna, Austria, and the University of Utah.
Jakob Poeltl from Austria through the University of Utah, the best export from Austria since the Von Trapp family. He's also the first back-to-the-basket low-post player that's been drafted. We talk about how the NBA's changed. If you don't have a lot of back-to-the-basket guys being drafted, he's the first one.
He said back to the basket, and probably 15, 20 pounds ago, I compare him to Chris Kaman, 7 foot, 265, 13 years in the NBA and still counting. A throwback big. How about this, Jay Billis? He could probably buy your mother a house.
With the 15th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Malik Beasley from Florida State University.
This is a kid, Malik Beasley, that has got NBA range right now. He shot 50% adjusted field goal percentage on all jump shots. This kid can shoot it. And we mentioned the NBA range. He's an athlete that can run, and he's really, really good in transition. And he shoots threes in transition. Not bad in pick and roll, but not his strength, and he needs to improve as a defender. I think he can get more steals. His defensive rating was low, but he's got a solid frame and good athleticism. So excellent shooter, really good teammate, really good kid, and really works hard. I like this pick for Denver. Malik Beasley's got a terrific future ahead of him. He's young, and he is ready to roll.
With the 16th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select With the 17th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select
Ivica Zubac from Croatia. He last played for Megalec in Serbia.
This is a young big man, Reed, 7'1", 265, 19 years old. I'm going to let the video do the talking because there's a couple guys in this video that are supposed to be top 5 picks next year for the USA, and I want you to watch Zubac. Harry Giles going to Duke. He disappears in this highlight video, and he's a really good player. Zubac, I thought, would be a first-round talent. There's some maturity issues that are minor. He'll grow up, but for a second-round pick here, get that kind of size, that kind of age, really nice. Nicely done by the Lakers. He fell into the second round. Lots of teams had him in the first round.
With the 18th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select
George Niang from Iowa State University.
Yeah, he knows how to play. We said the same thing about Denzel Valentine, and the question's always been his athleticism. He's not fleet of foot. He doesn't get up and down. He doesn't jump that high, but he's an undersized playmaking four-man who's incredibly effective, and he can get his shot off. He uses fakes. He's got we call it like an old man game, but he just understands what's going on the basketball court and finds a way to get shots off.
With the 19th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Taurean Prince from Baylor University.
Wow. Well, they're getting a guy who's long, athletic, who can really run in transition, and he's a very good three-point shooter. More of a catch-and-shoot three-point shooter. Shot about 38% from three for his career. Got a good floater when he puts it on the deck, makes about 49% of those, and he finishes at the rim at a 55% rate, which is not bad. Not really a pick-and-roll player. Shot 4 of 16 out of pick-and-roll situations this last year, but he's got all the physical tools, and I think he plays really hard. I think he can be a good defender because of that length. Baylor played a lot of zone, so there are a lot of people that might not have known, hey, this guy can be a really good defender, but his length, athletic profile, how hard he plays, and the fact he can stretch the floor with the three-point shot really makes him attractive. I had him rated number 30 but this is hardly crazy. I mean, he's got, and then we said the draft started at 9, so we're going to see some different things coming.
With the 20th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select